Started, inshallah.
Yes.
Yes.
Bismillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
MashaAllah. Can you imagine we are already in our Tajweed lesson number 7. Subhanallah. So fast.
Alhamdulillah.
And Ramadan is quickly approaching. So inshallah we will continue these lessons during the holy month of Ramadan. Maybe we'll try to find some arrangements for time because I think that everybody wants to perform Taraweeh. So maybe this time is not ideal. But inshallah we will try to make an announcement a few weeks before the month of Ramadan. Inshallah. We will try to make an announcement.
Inshallah.
Okay. So let's have our nice habit of identifying a little bit complex calligraphy in Arabic. If you are able to read this beautiful calligraphy, can you raise your hand? And I will allow you to answer. Let me see. I am trying to see the name behind the hand. But it doesn't really say.
Do we have?
I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry, what did you say? I didn't hear you very well. Can you say it again? Okay. I'm hearing some echo here. All right. So anyone knows? Anyone raises their hand? Can anyone raise their hand, inshallah? This is a bit complicated, but you can do it, inshallah. I can hear some people whispering. If you are able to say it, the person who is whispering, please go ahead. I will allow you now to do it.
Actually, this is some about a good deeds wa amilus salihat.
You are correct.
Can I read few of them? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry for interruption.
It's
sorry,
everybody together. It's a collaborative effort, mashallah. So brother, have a good answer and you can continue also.
Just upper part wa adallahu allazina amanu wa amilus salihati. And then musfalihati, I can see amanu.
And then it gets complicated.
And then at the end, akhirah, yeah, it's hard.
Okay, so I will give you a tip to recite this. Usually what happens is you are reciting from top to bottom, of course from right to left. And usually in these types of calligraphy, the name of Allah is always at the top. Okay? So you will see, for instance, starting from right to left, going up and then slowly browsing towards the bottom, towards the middle and towards the bottom. So وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ, and then you go back here. آمَنُوا
وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ
وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. And then لَهُمْ
مغفرة.
Very good, brother. مغفرة وأجر عظيم. It goes back here. So, mashallah, you both of you did it. Alhamdulillah. So this is the complete ayah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة وأجر عظيم. Okay. Allah has promised those who believe and do righteous deeds that for them there is forgiveness and great reward. May Allah make us among them, inshallah.
Ameen.
So what I want to ask you about the symbols or maybe some of the prints of this ayah. This is ayah chapter 5, ayah number 9. You can see, what is this here? This symbol over here, if you can notice. We will have a whole lesson on it, inshallah.
Lam alif.
We will have a
It
whole
means to
lesson.
continue.
La.
That's good. That's good. Very good, brother. So this is the opposite of the stop sign. When someone says la, means don't stop. You know, stop means when you drive, stop. Now mark a pause, stop. But here, you are driving, you are reading, but you should not stop, because if you stop, the meaning will be affected. Okay. Are there any rules of nun sakina and tanween that we have learned that you can see here in this ayah? So far we have seen two rules of nun sakina and tanween, right? We have seen number one, ilhar, and the second one 2 weeks ago was iqlab. Okay, so any of these two rules you can notice in this ayah? If you know, raise your hand. Let me see if there's any raised hands. Oh, mashallah. Okay. The person with beautiful park picture. I don't see the names here. I'm sorry. Someone has a picture with a park, public park. You can answer, inshallah. Go ahead. Yeah? Anyone with the public park picture here? You may answer. Jannah. Oh, okay. Jannah and Layla. You can answer, inshallah. We don't hear you. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you say it again? Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good, Jannah. You are reading maghfiratun wa ajrun azim. All right, let me tell you something, all right? Let's make it easy, inshallah. There are actually two rules of nun, sakin, and tanween. One of them we haven't seen yet. We will talk about it next week. And one of them we have already seen, which is this one. This is idhar. You see, this is ayn. We call it idhar halqi. One of the 6 throat letters is here, ayn. And then we have before it, we have tanween. So we have to make clear the two sounds on and a, distinguish them. However, this one just before it, this is called idgham. بغنة مغفرة وأجر عظيم مغفرة. Okay, this is called idgham. We will see it next week, inshallah. But the point is that this is the thing that we've already talked about. This is called idhar. أجر عظيم. أجر عظيم.
أجر عظيم.
أجر عظيم.
I can't see anything. Ajrun Azim.
Don't forget the qalqala here. Huh? First, this is jim. It's one of the letters of qalqala. Jim with sukun. Okay, my boy. Either you cannot see, I would advise you, inshallah, to maybe restart your settings, because I think everyone in the Zoom can see, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Okay, let's continue, brothers and sisters, inshallah. Today we have an evaluation. I want to quiz you first. First of all, please answer the following questions, and if you know the answer, raise your hands. First question. Can you state the full rule of qalqala and its conditions?
Full rule of qalqala. Hey, the slide hasn't changed.
Okay, then let's do this. Let's actually refresh it.
There is a total sign.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I've just refreshed the screen sharing. Let's see if it's gonna work. Give it a few seconds. Can anyone confirm that they are seeing evaluation 5 minutes?
No, still on the slide 1.
No.
Okay, then probably I'll try to do it again, inshallah. Stop share. Okay, let's see.
Now can see it.
You can see it now? Okay, very good.
Yes.
It will come for the rest, inshallah.
There's only this thing.
Okay, now let's see our first question then. Our first question is, can anyone in the group raise their hand and tell us about the full rule of qalqala? Farzana, please.
Yes, the bouncing back the sound, then that is qalqala.
Okay,
And,
give us more
good.
information, yeah?
Pujat, using those words, and then we have to bounce back the ending sound.
Excellent, very good. And then how about the, what I was going to tell you, how about the status of those letters, Pujat? How should they be? They should be in which condition?
Sometimes it's at the end, sometimes it's in the middle with saki, with sukoon,
Oh,
and one
exactly
with
what I was looking for.
shadda.
Very good. So the
Shadda,
answer is
sukoon,
you're right.
And fatha, kasra, or others at the end.
Excellent. So to make it simple for everyone else, the answer is the letters for qalqala are qutb jadd. There are 6 letters, 5 letters actually. Qaf, ta, ba, jim, dal. They should be in a state of sukoon without any other harakat. The only letter acceptable for qalqala is sukoon. And the strongest type of qalqala is the one where there is shadda on it. That usually comes at the end of words. Very good, sister. All right. Second question is the following. What is idhar? Please raise your hand if you know. Idhar, idhar. We call it idhar halqi. It's another word to add to idhar to explain where it comes from the halq. So if you know, can you raise your hand? I don't know why I do not see that bar with the students. Aniq? Aniq maybe? Aniq, you may answer. Aniq? Aniq? No? Have I lost
Yeah,
Aniq?
idhar is like expressing,
Okay.
like
Idhar
making it
is what?
obvious.
Very good. Very good. Making something obvious. Obvious, right? Very good. Jazakallah khair, Aniq. That's really nice. And then what happens during iqlab? Anyone can tell us what happens during iqlab? Iqlab. Always?
When after a noon sakin or tanween, the letter ba appears, then the noon sakin or tanween will become substituted by a small meme sakin and will be recited with gunna.
Very good. Excellent job. MashaAllah. You are teachers now. You can teach this class. MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khair. Beautiful. And last question, I think. What are the following letters for? You see there are 6 letters. What are these used for? If you can tell me, raise your hand, inshallah. We will always choose someone else so we can give a chance to all students to participate. What are these letters for, these 6 letters? Anyone can raise their hands and tell us? Anik?
Are these throat letters?
Yes. And what do we use them for? Which type of tajweed rule? Or what is the name of the tajweed rule? Farzana.
Harufe halqiya, they are all pronounced from halq. From
What is
throat.
the rule?
From throat.
Okay. We use them to apply the rule of
Throat throat sound, you mean the rules how to pronounce them?
No, we use these letters to apply the rule of number 2. Look at question number 2.
Oh, for is hard. Oh, okay, got
Very
it.
good.
For is
Very
hard,
good.
yeah.
Excellent. So when you see these letters following nun sakin or tanween, then you apply idhar. Okay, alhamdulillah. Good job. All right, today let's switch to our focus. Today, what are we going to learn? We're going to learn about ikhfa. Ikhfa in Arabic is hiding or suppressing something. So in a way, it is the opposite of idhar, because idhar means to make things obvious, but ikhfa is to hide the quality of a letter. Okay. And the letter in question here is the letter of nun sakina or tanween, of course. So what are we going to do with it? We're going to pronounce it with a hidden quality, almost like you are hiding it inside the nose. Okay? It will get clear as we progress. So ikhfa. Ikhfa needs how many letters? Right, just you can pronounce the word ikhfa if you want. Ikhfa, ikhfa. So how many letters do you think we are going to use for this the rule of ikhfa? So for idhar we had 6 letters. Shadab, raise your hand. You raise your hand, you can answer Shadab. If you know how many letters.
3.
3, more than that.
3.
We have 15 letters. Actually, this is the biggest amount of letters involved. 15 letters, subhanAllah. So for Qut Wujad, we have 5 letters. For Qalqala, we have 5 letters. For Ghunna, we have 2 letters. For Idhar, we have 6 letters. And for Ikhfa, we have 15 letters. And for Iqlab, it's only 1 letter, the letter Ba. Okay. So how to remember these letters? This is the way. If you are keen on, if you are passionate about poetry, Arabic poetry, you can remember this poem. صف ذا ثنى كم جاد شخص قد سما دم طيبا زد في تقى ضع ظالما. So that is a way to do it, but you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to if it's hard to memorize. You don't have to. So this is the first letter of each of these words in the poem refer to the letters of Ikhfa. So I will read it again for you. صف ذا ثنى كم جاد شخص قد سما دم طيبا زد في تقى ضع ظالما. All right, just for the sake of curiosity, to enlighten your curiosity, inshallah, this is the translation of this short poem. It is giving us, it is asking us or encouraging us to do good things. So it tells us in imperative form, relate about or of the praiseworthy one. How excellent is he who achieves high status. Be ever perpetual in virtue, cultivate piety, and fend off the one who is unjust. Sif ذا ثنى, relate of the praiseworthy one. كم جاد شخص قد سما, how excellent is he who achieves high status. دم طيبا, be ever perpetual in virtue. زد في تقى, cultivate piety. ضع ظالما, and fend off the one who is unjust. So, my brothers and sisters, this is a short poem to remember the first letter of each of the first letters of these words are the letters of Idhar, 15 letters in total. So if you are brave and if you have a passion for Tajweed, you can memorize it, and you can impress people with your knowledge of Tajweed, mashallah. We didn't say show off, we say impress. So how does Ikhfaa work? Let's go into the Ikhfaa. It has four or five basic characteristics. First of all, what we do, since we said we're going to hide the letter, we are slightly hiding the noon quality, okay? So it's not a clear noon, it is a hidden noon. Okay. It will get clear when I pronounce the Ikhfaa inside the ayah of the Quran later. I'm going to give you examples. And here we have to remember, it's a very important aspect of Ikhfaa. Ikhfaa has a ghunna inside. So when you do the Ikhfaa, you need to count 2 units of ghunna. Remember, ghunna is inna. Okay, Ikhfaa also has ghunna with 2 counts. 3, the opposite of ghunna, or the difference between Ikhfaa and ghunna, is that while ghunna has a shadda, Ikhfaa doesn't have a shadda. Okay, so we shouldn't pronounce with emphasis, although we are counting 2, but we are not applying a shadda when we do the Ikhfaa. And finally, this is a very important, and I would say this is for like people who will go for black belt Tajweed. Black belt Tajweed means you are really good at doing Ikhfaa. What does that mean, brothers and sisters? When you're pronouncing the noon in the Ikhfaa, you are looking at the next letter, the one that comes after, and your mouth is getting ready to pronounce that letter, but not pronouncing it. Okay? I know it's theoretical right now, but as we will see the examples, I will explain it again, inshallah. So when you are doing the Ikhfaa, you are pronouncing a noon, a hidden noon, but your mouth is in the shape of the next letter. That's the easiest way I could actually put it. So pronouncing noon Ikhfaa, but the shape of your mouth is getting ready for the next sound. Okay, it will get clear. Let's have an example, for instance. Okay, you see the part in gray, everybody? Do you see it? Yes? Can you tell me yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So let's analyze it, inshallah. Let's analyze this. So first of all, we need to identify where is the noon sakin or the tanween. So where is the tanween or the noon sakin? We have identified.
Rijalun, rijalun.
All right. Then the ikhfa will apply here at this point, not here. It will apply here. Okay? Because this is one of the 15 letters of ikhfa. Okay, 1 out of 15. Sif. All right. Sorry, this is a 5. It's supposed to be a 5. Okay, so while I'm pronouncing this rijalun, I'm not making the clear like I'm pronouncing with the shape of the mouth of a sad. It's hard, but try. Put your mouth in the shape of sad, but don't pronounce sad. Did you understand me, brothers and sisters, or not?
Yeah.
Yes, so your mouth should be in the shape of sad to pronounce sad. But basically you are pronouncing
Rijalun.
Pronunciation. Shape of the mouth, pronunciation. Very good. And you count 2 harakat, 2 counts.
Rijalun.
Very good. All right, listen to me. I'm going to pronounce the whole ayah for you, okay? من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه رجال صدقوا. Can you see me on the camera?
So we still have nasal sound, right?
Yeah, it's ghunna. It's ghunna, sister. That's nasal sound. Can you see me on the camera or not?
Yeah, not clear.
You see me? Do you see my face or not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you. رجال صدقوا 2 counts. رجال صدقوا. Okay? You have to apply those two counts because it's one. Okay. Now, let me just remove this pen and I want to erase what I wrote. Sit down. Erase that. Okay, mashallah. Okay, then now we're going to see what is the translation of this ayah. This is the ayah. Among the believers are men who have been true to their covenant with Allah. من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه. رجال صدقوا. Okay, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. رجال صدقوا. Okay, very good, mashallah. Next. Okay, next. All right, no more repetition. Okay. So the next one now, I will choose another pen and I will explain to you how we're going to pronounce it. Okay. So we have the noon sakin. Okay. This is where we are applying the ikhfa. So we are going to count 2, and we are going to prepare our mouth to pronounce this shape there, right? So man. Put your tongue, put your mouth in the shape of the that. First, listen to my instructions. Wait a bit. First, listen to my instructions. Put your mouth or your tongue in the shape of that, but pronounce noon. Man. Look at me. Man. All right? It's not a clear noon. Yeah. So it is not a clear noon. That's why we call it ikhfa. That's why we call it hiding. It's like a noon that is trying to hide in the shape of another letter. You know what I mean? This is why we call it ikhfa. It sounds like a noon, but the shape of the mouth is preparing to pronounce another letter. So that's why we say it's hiding or ikhfa. So the way I pronounce this ayah, من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه.
الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه.
Okay, sister, everything is good, but don't pronounce that with za. This is wrong.
الذي.
All of them, you make them za. It is actually the wrong sound. Okay? I know you are working on this, inshallah, you can do it. It's there, right? It's not there, it's there, right?
Zallazi.
I can still hear za quality like zebra, but you should say that like those or therefore. Okay.
Zallazi.
Very good. That's much better. So this ayah translates as, who is there that can intercede in his presence without his permission? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All right, let's do one more example. And of course I need to erase this bit. Ar-Rahman, this is from Surah Ar-Rahman. And you can see here in this word, the ikhfa or al-ikhfa is actually within the word, because sometimes we have it at the boundary between two words, right? At the end of one and the beginning of the next one. Like in the previous examples. At the end of a word, there is the noon sakin or tanween, and the beginning of the next word, there is the letter that should be pronounced in the shape of it. But in this case here, the next case, we have in fact one word together. It's the whole word, and insan means a human being. So what you are going to do now, inshallah, is to put your mouth in the shape of seen and pronounce noon instead. So خلق الإنسان. Okay? Pronounce with 2 counts, 2 harakat. Let me do it. Very good. Go ahead. Okay.
إنسان
Okay, go ahead. It's good. You can practice. You can practice. Let me do it again for you. If you want, I can make it clearer for you, so it's clear, right? خلق الإنسان.
خلق
خلق الإنسان
خلق
Sir,
الإنسان
excuse me, sir, where is the height?
Sorry, sister, can you say again your question? I didn't.
Where is the hiding part? Insan is clear, right?
No, it's not clear.
Hiding. I mean, ikhfa. Where is the ikhfa?
All right. So a good question here. Let's answer this question, inshallah, because it's an important question. All right, listen to me, everybody. Don't make background noise, please. The first thing we need to know before we actually practice this rule of ikhfa is to ask ourselves, what are we hiding exactly? Right? We are
Yes.
hiding the noon. The noon is hidden. It's not the seen. Right? So when you're pronouncing the noon in idhar, the noon is very clear. It sounds like na. Right? However, in the example of ikhfa, the noon sounds like a noon, but the shape of your mouth is in the shape of a scene like this. You're saying خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ. So this is not, there are different levels of ikhfa. In fact, and I didn't want to make it more complicated, and I'm not going to make it more complicated, but there are some ikhfa which are even more obvious than others. Okay? The issue here is that noon and sin are pronounced in close places. Noon and sin are pronounced in very close environments. So therefore, the hiding is not as obvious and as in other sounds like qaf, for example. Qaf is in the back of the mouth, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's do this one. All the wilderness, right? So here we do noon, but the shape is sheen. من شر الوسواس الخناس.
من شر
شر الوسواس
من
MashaAllah, mashallah, mashallah. Very good, mashallah. Okay. Sister, mashallah, I can give you another advice, all of you, to make it different or obvious the difference between ikhfa and idhar, okay? So listen, I'm going to pronounce two different ways. The first one is without ikhfa, meaning with idhar, and the second is with ikhfa. Okay, so listen. Min sharri and min sharri. Min sharri, min sharri. You notice the difference or not?
Yeah.
Right. One is a clear na, min sharri, and the other is min sharri, min sharri.
Min shar.
من شر
Very good, mashallah. I want to see your names. How do I do it? Because I want to ask you questions. I don't know how to do that. Let me see. Well, I can see names now.
I think you can freeze the screen and go to the Zoom.
I can actually start seeing names. Can I ask Sister Amina? Oh, I think Sister Amina told me that she cannot read, right? Am I right, Sister Amina? Can you read or not? Okay. Sister Nida, for example. Sister Nida, can I ask you a question? Can you actually recite this ayah for us?
Okay.
Wait a bit, because I think I went too far. Yeah, this one. Can you recite it for us?
Okay. Min sharril waswasil khannas.
Okay, beautiful. I will help you. Now, let's do this. First of all, this is 2 and this is 2. Okay, this is same. But here there is shadda and here there is no shadda. Okay, here we are going to do ikhfa hiding. listen to me and only Sister Nida repeat, right? من شر الوسواس الخناس. Go ahead. Sister
Oh, you
Nida,
asked me
can
to.
try.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Min sharril waswasil khannas.
Okay. So here, I'm going to come to this point. Sister Nida is actually making the noon clear. You're saying min sharri, right? It should be mil sharri. It's as if the noon is hiding back in my mouth to say I don't want to go out. You're doing like this. Mil sharri. Very good. Very good. All right, let's do another one. Excellent. I like when you practice this. Very good. Let's see the next one, inshallah. This one is tanween. It's tanween, and we have that. So in this case, maybe I can use another color. We have tanween. We have that. So we need 2 counts here, and we're applying the hiding here. So let's put our mouth in the shape of a the. نارا ذات لهب. Okay? Not نارا ذات لهب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. Make قلقلة here, don't forget. Okay? Try. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Very good. Okay. Don't say naran or data, okay? It's a. The only time we say in Arabic for ikhfa, for tafkhim, when we say Allah, but for that and naran, not all. Okay. All right, let's do this one together then. Okay, here is the ikhfa in this category, in this area. So we have nun sakina and we have ta. So we're going to apply the ikhfa here, and we are going to prepare our mouth to produce the shape ta. ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
عابدون ما أعبد.
قلقلة and so on. Okay, قلقلة أعبد. Okay, very good. All right, there is a brother who actually was reciting the first. Can you do it again? Let me see. Who is that brother? Is it brother Awais or Aniq? Was it you, brother Aniq?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Can you pronounce it again? This ayah, just you.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
Very good. Now you did the ikhfa beautifully, mashallah, mashallah. However, here you make qalqala here instead of here. You did it here, but you said a'abud. Okay? Try again. One more time.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
Beautiful, mashallah. That's correct. Jazakallah khair. All right. So, ikhfa, important notes for ikhfa. This is a bit technical, but it's super important. And originally I had 4 points, but I kept only 2 because it's the introduction to ikhfa and I don't want to make it complicated, inshallah. So first of all, golden rule number 1. Ikhfaa, which involves nun sakina, can be preceded by any short vowel, like we know the short vowels in Arabic are fatha, kasra, dhamma. So like this, for example. And if we have the nun sakin here, or the tanween, right, for example, one, sometimes we have another vowel on a letter. Please don't make the mistake of lengthening these vowels here. Don't make it alif or waw or ya. Okay? Because that would be a mistake. Here's an example. For instance, you have the words kuntum or minkum or ankum. And you notice that before the nun sakina, there is fatha, here there is kasra, and here there is dhamma, right? And the nun sakina is here. Some people, when they try to apply ikhfa, instead of making the nun to harakat, they make the fatha before it to harakat, or the kasra before it to harakat, or the dhamma. So they will say, instead of kuntum, they will say kuntum, right? Or instead of minkum, they will say minkum, minkum. Or instead of ankum, they will say ankum. Okay, so that's a mistake not to do, to avoid. Everybody understood the mistake not to do?
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Okay, so we have basically nun sakin, right? In these three examples, we have 3 examples of nun sakin. So what we need to do is to make this nun sakin hidden and apply 2 counts of gunna. For example, if I select this one, here, the way I will pronounce it is kuntum, kuntum, okay? But some mistakes in recitation will tend to lengthen the vowel here instead of making the nun long. They will not say kuntum, they will say kuntum.
Okay, got it.
So that's just something to be aware of. There will be a wrong type of lengthening. It's not the vowel we are lengthening, is the nun that we are lengthening, making ikhfa, and also making it 2 counts. Everybody's okay, inshallah?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So now the second golden rule. Yeah, sorry? Did anyone say something? No. Okay. So second golden rule, and this I heard you, when I heard some of you reciting, I heard you make this mistake. When you pronounce ikhfa, do not stick your tongue to the palate to make the nun clear. In other words, don't pronounce the nun with idhar. Because if you stick the tongue flat on your palate up, na, 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 that will be idhar actually, it's not ikhfa. Okay, so if you stick it to the palate, it will be actually the opposite of ikhfa. You say minkum, minkum, minkum. Imagine I stick my tongue up, minkum, not minkum, minkum. I can actually open my mouth. I can open my mouth, minkum. That is ikhfa, that is hiding. All right, let's do a little bit pre-activities. Pre-activity, like this, for instance. Who can tell me how to read these? You can. One is ayah. Let's start with the ayah from Al-Asr, this first one. Who can tell me how to read it? You can raise your hand and tell me. Anyone? Any raised hand? No? No raised hands? Okay. Well then, in that case, I will recite it. I don't see any raised hands. So this one?
No, I raise my hand.
Oh, I don't see anything.
I want to
because
try.
You want to try?
Yes.
Can I share again?
Can't see anything clearly.
Okay, can I try to share again because I cannot see you actually. Oh, so it's here. Share screen. Oh. Oh, I cannot share the screen anymore. It says host disabled participant screen sharing.
What are we gonna do now?
Can Brother Yusuf allow us to share screen? Let me try again. Brother Yusuf?
Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry. You can share now.
Oh, yes, alhamdulillah.
Sorry.
But I don't see people. Yes, can I see those people who raise their hands? How to do that? I want to see the students, the participants, but I cannot see that bar, the menu with participants. I used to see it before. Oh, I can see a raised hand. Anik, you raise your hand? I'm sorry if I'm okay. First, Anik, wait a bit because sister.
Good.
Huh? Because the sister was actually raising her hand. Anik, you will do the second one. So, sister, the one who said she raised her hand first, can you read the first one in the insana?
Yes, innal insana lafi khusr.
Okay, it's almost good, almost 100% good. You just need to make the ikhfaa more obvious like this. Innal insana lafi khusr. Okay.
Innal insana lafi khusr.
MashaAllah, that's much better. The second one is much better. Very good. All right, Anil, you want to try the second one? Sayasla?
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Okay, Anil, be careful. Don't do qalqala where it doesn't belong. You say sayasla, right?
Okay.
So here we say sayasla naran ذات لهب.
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Okay, I still hear the qalqala, but inshallah, make sure.
Okay.
قطب جدة.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is another ayah in Surah Al-Ahzab. I think I saw Brother Owais, if I'm not mistaken, trying to raise his hand. Is it true or am I wrong? Do you want to try, Brother Owais? من المؤمنين رجال. Here is the
من
ikhfa.
المؤمنين من المؤمنين رجال صدقوا ما عاهدوا الله عليه.
Okay, so now our focus, right, will be on the ikhfa. So make sure that's 2 counts. رجال صدقوا, right? رجال صدقوا. And also you said Allahu, I think. I said Allah alayhi. Okay. Let's continue. This one I will read it for you, or do you want to practice? Let me see who wants to do it. Who wants to do it? Raise your hand. Asia.
شر ما خلق.
MashaAllah. Asia is professional. Very good. I hear a baby who wants to do Tajweed, MashaAllah. He's very excited. So this last one, Al-Falaq, I can recite it again for you. Sister Asia did a good job. Min sharri ma khalaq. Okay, khalaq. Very good. Okay. Now let's practice more. We have this one. We have all the letters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half of them actually. We have the other 7 on the other side later. Okay. How are we going to do this? Should I say one and you repeat after? Would it be nice?
Yes.
Or should we have different students do different ones? Maybe I read and you repeat after. It's better. Okay.
Yes.
First one. كنت ترابا. All right. Let me raise my teacher's finger here. We don't say kuntu. So that's the golden rule number 2. We don't pronounce with a flat tongue on the palate. We don't say kuntu because that's ilhar. We prepare our mouth to pronounce that. Kuntu turaba, kuntu turaba. I don't say it hard. Good. Very good. All right, second one. ماء ثجاجا. Okay. المال حبا جما. It's not المال, it's المال. المال. There is a little bit of echo. I hear a little bit in one of the microphones. All right, next one. الأرض دكا دكا. يومئذ ذي مسغبة. Next. نفسا زكية. خمسة سادسهم. Okay, the last one. سبعا شدادا. Very good. Very good. Okay, now the second layer, we are going to do it a bit differently. I want all of you to disable your microphones. To not disable, but to mute your microphones. And I want you to repeat it, but for yourself, not for the group. So you listen to me and you repeat, but don't make it public. Mute your microphones, inshallah. All right? All right, mashallah. All right, so first. نارا تلظى. Okay, mute your microphone, bro. All right, I'm going to mute microphones here. Please mute your microphone. Don't recite for the group. Okay, make it for yourself only. Don't do it for the whole group. All right, second one. فأما من ثقلت.
فأما من ثقلت.
أن جاءه الأعمى.
أعمى.
من دساها. وأنذرناكم وأنزلنا
وأنزلنا
Okay, welcome back, everyone.
We can't hear anything again.
Okay, let me start from the top then, inshallah. وَالْمَلَكُ صَفًّا صَفًّا
الملك صفا صفا
قوة ضعفا وشيبة
قوة ضعفا وسيبة
بلدة طيبة
طيبة
ظلا ظليلا
طيبنا
أو إطعام في يوم
أو إقعاد في يوم
عذابا قريبا
عذابا قريبا
إذا كرة خاسرة
إذا كرة خاسرة.
Okay, now second and last column فانصب
فانصب
إلا من ضريع
إلا من ضريع
فأما من طغى
فأما من طغى
ينظر
ينظر
يوم ينفخ
يوم ينفخ
أنقض ظهرك
أنقض ظهرك
منكم. Okay, mashallah. So here, this one, I'm going to also keep it for the homework because I would like you to send me, inshallah. I'm not going to practice this one with you, but you see this slide with all those words, these different snippets of ayat. I want you to practice this for the homework, inshallah. All right? And I will send you, of course, the PowerPoint, so you can practice this for homework. But in order for you to have a model, please don't repeat now after me. Don't repeat. Just listen, and you can later come back to the video and recite or maybe repeat it again. I want you to send me this for homework. عن صلاتهم من سجيل فجعلهم إنسان أنتم ليلة ثم نفس شيئا ناصية كاذبة نارا ذات لهب من جوع يومئذ تحدث كتب قيمة من ثقلت. Okay, so this one, inshallah, I want you to do the same exercise when you are sending the audio. It will take less than a minute. Just read all of these with ikhfa, with hiding. Okay, with hiding. All right, and this one is a bit different, but it's a bit more complicated, inshallah. Everybody still with me? No?
Yes.
I feel like, oh, alhamdulillah. So this one is a bit tricky because here I'm going to write it for you. You see, you can send it by WhatsApp or Signal, but important, some of these are not ikhfa only. So it might be idhar or something else. Okay, or something else. So I'm going to say you can actually have all the 4 rules of nun sakin and tanween in these 5 lines. So make sure that you do the ikhfa appropriately. And maybe for the ones we haven't learned yet, that's still okay because you haven't learned it. But the ones we have learned, meaning idhar, iqlab, and ikhfa, I want you to do it well. Okay? So you have both basically 2 things to do for homework. The previous slide to read this one, or to recite, and this one, knowing or keeping in mind that in this slide, you don't only have ikhfa, you have others as well. Okay. All right. Any other questions? You may ask questions at this point, please go ahead. If you have a question, you can ask. Was this difficult today? All right. Nida, can you raise your hand? Can you ask a question? You can go ahead. Sister Nida, you can go ahead and ask. Sister Nida, do you want to ask your question? I don't hear you. No questions? Always ask your question. I cannot hear you. I want to hear you. What's going on here? Brother Yusuf, maybe can you? What's going on? We are missing. Oh,
the 2 slides.
Let me go back. 2 slides ago. This one. I think we are experiencing a little funny situation. So chat, let's see. I cannot unmute. We are muted. I didn't mute anyone. What's going on? Admin, can you unmute us? All right, maybe you can write your question then because I cannot see the problem. Okay, all right, well, listen, let's make this, maybe if you can, do you want to ask me a question by WhatsApp to the group? You can ask question to the group, inshallah, by WhatsApp, and I will reply to you. This week hasn't been easy, inshallah, but I will reply. I will come back to all your questions, inshallah. Okay, so please ask me your question by WhatsApp. You can write it or voice note it, inshallah. With that in mind, I will stop here. Make the dua. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. And you notice in Surah Al-Asr والعصر إن الإنسان. So that is Ikhfaa, that is hiding. You can practice, inshallah. جزاكم الله خير. And I'm sorry we have to end like this because I cannot get your feedback. But inshallah we will fix these glitches in the future and we will work on it, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.